Alright, looks like we're live, and hello everyone, Nehru here. Welcome back, and it's time once again for adventures in Final Fantasy. Well, last time around, we finally managed to take our first steps into Garlemald after so much time spent fighting the Garleans. We finally managed to reach their home, and I got a little too sucked into the story, which kind of caused me to clam up a bit. So I'll try and do better about being more vocal this time around. And the classic thing of trying to find that balance between hitting the story and the numerous cutscenes and getting other stuff in. Making good progress on your Dark Knight, I see.
Certainly.
So, should we start things off with a roulette?
You say, sir, we start this off right?
I reckon so.
Just a moment. But certainly.
No worries.
To find something real quick. So, which one do we want to take? I'm sorry, you a red mage?
Yes.
Oh yeah, real droll with the flaming sword. Yeah, real nice. Flaming sword, nay, huh?
I mean, it seemed
real nice.
It seemed fitting for the outfit.
Of course it did. Of course it did. Friggin' red mage and your black mage ass outfit and the air. Yeah, keeping yourself warm with your flaming sword and all this cold, freezing ass snow. Yeah, real classy, nay. Me and this me as a friggin' and the friggin'. And I'm in this. I'm cold-blooded.
I don't know. I mean, if they were,
Okay, we're definitely not cold-blooded, but damn it, you and your flaming sword, yeah! You'll keep it all nice and warm with a flaming sword! Except you're wearing that outfit, so I know, but, like... Actually, how the hell are you not freezing, like, with your tits on display like that? And all this snow, you are not freezing to death. And, at the same time, just wow, okay. Friggin' show it off, you fancy ass red mage. You fancy pants red mage looking ass. Okay, fine. You know what? Fine. Fine. You want to? Okay. You want to let that? You want to let that? Okay. Okay. You want to let that? You want to let that? All right. Alrighty. You want like.
Would you prefer something a little more classy?
Classy! Oh, you call yourself... Oh, classy, huh? Well, I'll show you classy, Missy! Oh, is that how you want it? Okay. Okay, is that how you want it? Alrighty. You know, we doing this. We doing this. If that's how you want it, we doing this. We doing this, honey. We doing this. Alright, little miss, we're doing this.
Oh, and howdy, Kinsect. Welcome to the stream.
Alrighty, little miss. That's... let's see, you're a Viper, right? Un momento. We doing this properly. Oh, right, I can't do this dual anger, give me a sec. Step out there, dual anger. Right! You little... too far away, okay. Little Miss Red Mage, eh? Problem with Viper is I'm not very good with rotations in PvP, so whatever. This is looking very one-sided. I mean, you little... Curses! I've forgotten how to do Viper. Oh, you woohoo, alright, fine. Fine, we do this properly, because I forgot, I'm terrible at Viper's rotations in PvP. So, you know what?
I was just making it up as I go.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, over here, you little... That's right, you little... Oh, wait. Really? Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Give me one sec. We're doing this little 89. All the way on the stairs? Really? Okay. Right. Scout versus scout there. I knew I was better at ninja than I was Viper PvP. Because actually the thing is, I actually haven't set up Dark Knight's hotbar yet for PvP. Because I don't think I use it. Let's see. No, I don't use it in PvP. It's like it's like in the default hotbar, which is creepy.
Yeah, that's certainly... Yeah, you see the default hotbar, it's like, oh, no, that is a complete mess. I gotta fix this up.
Absolutely. Actually, I could put Dark Knight in my quick bar for PvP. Let's see what I got. Okay, just show it because... Okay, yeah, I know where that is. Viper's up there. Cat's on there. That goes, oh god, this is a mess. This is a mess. Okay, and it's like... And that goes there. There's that... Around. That goes there. What the heck is Blackest Night on there? Shouldn't it be on, should be on there, I think. Should I bring a... Holiday Convoy Quietus... What? Yeah, no, Dark Knight's hotbar's a mess. Anyway, let's get back to Garlemald, shall we?
Certainly. What? Gunbreaker's my main tank right now.
No, not Gunbreaker. I was referring to that. You Gunbreaker. You Gunbreaker, you. Besides, I'm tank. I was tank already. Why are you playing tank when I'm already the tank? I'm not dueling you for it. You kick my ass because you're higher level. You really should be freezing while dressed like that. You do realize this, right?
It'll be warmer once we get into the roulette.
You should be freezing your rabbity tits off. You really should.
What can I know I'm probably gonna get back for this, but what can I say? I'm hot.
Nate?
Yes?
I'm going to bap you.
Yep, saw that coming.
I told you I was going to bap you, didn't I?
And I was anticipating it. It was just too easy of a setup. I couldn't resist.
I'm going to box your ears. You... I can't say you bun, because I am Banui. Actually, that's a question. Do you use Fujitech about any chance?
Fujitech? Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. That's what I'm actively using.
Oh, sweet. I don't mind anyway.
Yeah. Until I can invest in a better webcam and maybe get an updated model. This is probably one of the best options because.
Well, you do realize I've actually logged into that right now, right?
Oh, really?
Yes. Take a look if you wish. I'm currently set up my Discord avatar because I have another one, but I'm not gonna currently be using that because that's for different stream.
Ah.
That's for a specific stream. But yes, take a look. I am Banui.
Very nice.
Yes. I don't actually think you have actual other members of the stream set up for Fujitech though.
Yeah, I can still see the OBS sources on the thing though.
Yeah. Honestly, if you want to set it up for another stream, we can do that.
Yeah, that might be something to keep in mind.
Yeah. I haven't actually set up like a PNG thing for mine currently. I mean, I do have a PNG that I've cropped out from FreeSpot, but again, that's actually for a different gimmick thing.
Yeah, I have to admit I do like this though because it's relatively easy enough to get a commission for a new PNG if I want to have a specific costume for a specific series, as you probably noticed from the Yakuza and Cyberpunk streams.
I have certainly noticed you cat. At the same time, you are currently a bun, so I don't know. Are you a cat or a bun? Are you some kind of weird cabot thing? You're some kind of weird cabbity thing. It's like, if you are, what is this, Tenchi Muyo?
Well, to be perfectly honest, this character did originally start as a Mikote.
So you were...
I made a Mithra back in Final Fantasy XI, so of course my first character in 14 would be a Mikote, the spiritual successor to the Mithra. But then they released the Viera. Though I did also have a Tartaru back in in 11, so that's one of the reasons why I still have that one Lalafell. Also, probably one of the reasons why I chose my original starting point to be Gridania, because it was the most similar to Windurst. Also, a surprisingly long queue time for having a tank in the party. If I'm feeling particularly cheeky, I could maybe at some point go and get a fresh Fantasia and spend some time in kitty mode in future streams.
If you want to do that, then I mean, hey, don't let me stop you if you're gonna go Fantasia. But
yeah, I still do Fantasia on occasion if when I'm feeling like changing things up a bit. Like I said, my most common ones is. Pretty sure I mentioned this before, but my most common ones I Fantasia to are Viera and Lalafell.
Indeed. You know, I think what's keeping us in the keep so long is the fact you're a DPS and I'm a tank. Like, if one of us was healer and the other's tank, like, tank healer duos are like almost instant queue. And we both know that, like, it's almost instant queue when you get both a tank and a healer in the same party.
That is true.
There's going to be virtually no delay. Now then, let's cause a bit of havoc, you red magey ding you. Still surprised you're not freezing your butt off just like that, but whatever.
Yeah, just need to want to be there long enough to ding 90. Then I can switch to something else that is more apt for the weather.
Uh-huh. Whoa!
Oh, forgot about that mechanic.
This guy's an ass. This is going to be painful. Oof!
Okay, now that's it. Gotta knock ourselves up into him. Down before he tries to hide up in the air again. There we go.
What now?
A siege guru.
That's both disgusting and terrifying at the same time. First person. Where's the controls again? Ah, I got distracted for a second. My bad.
No worries, no worries.
Come here, you little buggers! Or as I often say, have at you! When I'm getting too into character.
Going up.
Jesus, what the hell was that? Do I finally need to use my tank, tank buster mitigation on this thing? What the? Really?
Yeah, this guy is pretty big on knockbacks.
I used arm's length! It should be it should be negating that! Why does arm's length never work on these bosses in dungeons, but it does in like raids and trials? Why? Why? I used arm's length game. Let me use my knockback medication. Look, no hands. Never mind. Where are these guys anyway? Oh yeah. Come here. I said come here. Oh, that's right, here's the ass now. Whee! Here we go again.
know, bub, summoning Groot is not going to help you. Especially given how many times we've ended up killing her, like, farming for materials. There we go. There we go. I could also do this one. Alright, let's see what Alfinod has to say. Hopefully we won't run into another one of those bits where they're gonna hit us with a long series of cutscenes back to back.
Getting into your cutscene day?
No cutscenes yet. But if you want to roll up another roulette. Let's see. Nice go. I'll go this one so I can get that. So I can push that towards that 90 ding.
You... Viper? Really?
I could go with one that's at a lower level.
Nah. As long as it's something that's like at least level 70 or level 75, we could probably go with any of the others.
Everything is 80 plus at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, all good there.
Honestly, if you take healer, we'll probably get like an instant queue, but the thing is...
If you want, I can hop on Sage.
You need a level stage still?
Yep, that one's at 87.
Alright, do it.
Alright.
There we go, what I tell you. Instant leveling. That is also the leveling queue, so it's a shorter queue time as well, or high levels, but... Generally speaking, if one of us is healer, and then the other goes tank, we will almost certainly get an almost instant queue, because both of them are going to roll in need. No, everyone in the Grand wants to play DPS. But no fucker wants to play tank or healer!
I wonder
really annoying,
why.
actually. It's really annoying, because tank and healer are actually kind of fun! And, you know, tanks actually do a surprising amount of damage.
I mean, pretty much everything in this game is geared around dealing damage. And once I get Sage done, all that'll be left for healers is White Mage. And I'd imagine at least one of the reasons why not as many people want to play healers, because it can be a very thankless job.
Very much so.
I mean, I have had points where I've tried, where I've done healing for trials where I quite legit felt exhausted after trying to keep a fun party alive.
Eh! It's eating me! Kill it! Kill it! Please, someone kill it! Oh, thank God. This is not the time to be eating me! Keep... You dang... kinks to yourself. This is not the behavior on the stream. I mean, sure, I'm into a lot of kinky shit, but damn it, I don't do that on stream.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna be saying something like, "Joke's on you, I'm into that shit." And yes, I'm doing the skeletal voice specifically because I know there's actually like a meme of that. But I'm not doing that meme. I'm just saying, I'm doing the reference just to say that I'm not doing the reference. So, yeah, I'm doing the reference until I say that I'm not doing the reference. Cause like, whatever, I don't know where I'm going with this. Friggin' ugh! Damn thing.
It can run, but we'll get it eventually.
Yeah. Come here, you little bastards. How do I? Oh yeah, that's right. Is that DPS running ahead? What are they in?
Yep.
Oh, they're in
Yep.
danger.
Yep. They're still behind you.
One of the things I always wonder when I see DPS running ahead like that is, was I ever that annoying when I was playing DPS? Something that always goes through my head is, was I ever that annoying when I was playing a DPS? If DPS does something particularly annoying, that is.
Managed to get him down before a second round. mind suddenly jumping back to Final Fantasy XI a bit, and how in Final Fantasy XI they actually, even though Ninja was never intended to be a tank back there, they actually found a way, the players actually found a way to legitimately make Ninja a viable tanking job.
Every time I hear about Final Fantasy XI, I hear some weird shit about it.
It was an interesting game. Well, technically it still is an interesting game, because I'm pretty sure you can still play it even today.
I gotta say, one thing I do love about like Dark Knight, at least in this, is at least at this level, what is this, level 4? Yeah, level 4. Like, is it so smooth brain? You can just play it just so easily. You got like, yeah, okay, I do heaps of damage, but I don't gotta worry about doing much. It's like, distract the enemy, do some damage, and let the DPS do the heavy lifting for me. That DPS is, I swear, that ninja is trying to get us killed.
That's kind of what got me thinking about Nin tanks, is because of that ninja kind of running ahead of it.
Nay, the moment you said Nin tank, I thought of something completely different. Can you guess what it is?
Not off the top of my head.
Ninja mill tank.
That's a mental image.
Yeah, a mill tank is a ninja. No, that is a ninja. That is certainly an image, isn't it? Yes, I also hope chat is enjoying our renewed commentary. We're making more of an effort to make the commentary interesting this time. Me especially. I'm making more of an effort to be a bit more chaotic this time, to spice up fun of it.
Yeah, we're both trying to do our best. Because.
Well, you could certainly say we're trying to do our level best.
Yeah, I do really like a good story, so yeah, it can be a bit easy for me if a story gets really starts to pull me in, for me to just get completely lost in it, which I get the feeling is that's going to be a bit of a ever-present danger as we're working our way through the Endwalker story.
Oh, don't worry. I'm certain you'll be getting a little more chaotic. Where the hell am I going? As things go on, as it were.
Okay. Now we've got a cutscene. Okay, so strategy meeting.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glacies are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their temporal, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
Sounds like a good idea.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers in their ministrations. Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasted. Problem is the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
Either way,
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino.
yeah. So, what's the job then?
Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Keen sense of direction. Me. Not that I want to correct you, Lucia, but you have met me, right?
There we go.
This too is a vital task, and I appreciate your willingness to see it done. Rest assured that a serving of hot soup will be waiting for you. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Okay, so looking for survivors. Assuming that there are actually any to find that haven't been tempered and sent to work on that that very intimidating looking tower in the background.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna head off to Redania or whatever.
Yep, already out of the cutscene, so
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk to Calamity Salvage real quick. Don't remember me. I'll be right. I will be right there.
alrighty.
Where's the Calamity Salvager again? I forget.
That's actually a good question. I don't remember where the Salvager is in Redania. The only one I know for certain is over in Ul'dah.
Okay, so apparently there's a bard playing a very familiar song. Interesting. I can't say what it is on stream. I don't want to get him in trouble.
Yeah, it's always interesting if you log in one of the major hubs, and then you got a bard or a group of bards just playing a random song, and I just love that they have the ability to do that in this game. Granted, I completely suck at it, but it's really good and really nice that you can actually do that.
Certainly. Right, let's change the subject, shall we? We don't have any topics that might get someone into trouble. I'm live on Twitch, and I cannot discuss certain topics.
And that quest just got Reaper up to level 85.
Nay?
Yay.
Bonk. Push.
What?
Well, I'm going to say this now. Ooh. Nayfold? Shush. Also, is... Yeah, okay, I know where Calamity Salvager is. They're next to Minkit or Amphitheater.
You know what, that kind of makes sense. Especially considering that whenever there's like an event quest that's set up in Gridania, it's always there at the amphitheater. Though the Salvager in Ul'dah is nowhere near where the quests usually end up because it's over like in between like the Weaver and Miners Guild. In the same area where you find the blue mage trainer. Yeah, that was kind of burned in because of that the time I've spent grinding out my blue mage. I still have at least probably about a dozen or so blue mage spells left to learn. So one of these days I need to see if I can get into another blue mage party to try and get the rest of them.
I don't even level my damn blue mage. I don't even have a single blue mage spell.
Oh. We'll have to fix that at some point if you're ever feeling up to it.
Indeed. It's not a cutscene, right?
Yep, in a cutscene, but if you want to queue us up, I'm more than good to. It's just eminently I keep on forgetting how to pronounce his name. That younger Fortomp brother, the one who's always getting himself into trouble.
An alias?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. He's helping us scout for survivors. I'm an alien. I think.
I'm an alien, yeah. I'm an alien to Potom. I hate those names of Heaven's Word. They're so.
Yeah. Some of the.
I'm an alien, yeah.
Yeah, some of the names in Ishgard are so damn hard to pronounce.
Bloody posh is what the problem is.
Yeah.
If you're gonna keep this up, I mean, honestly, if you're gonna keep this up with the Fortomps, I'm just gonna have to go on another pilgrimage to visit, to visit Oshafon. I haven't done a pilgrimage to his grave in a while. And I will walk all the way there. And I mean walk, like walk stance walk. I will RP walk all the way from Ishgard if I need. It'll take me like it'll take me like 2 hours to just walk the entire way.
Yeah. Yeah. Oshafon was definitely one of those losses that really hurt.
Oh, absolutely. That was painful. Losing Oshafon was kicking the teeth.
Yeah.
The fact that it actually specifically takes off your headgear for the cutscene as well, like it specifically unequips your headgear for that part of the cutscene, even if you're actually already wearing it. They knew that the Warrior of Light's face should be uncovered for that cutscene. Like, they remove the headgear even if you've actually normally got it equipped in cutscenes. They specifically scripted it so it would take off the headgear. They absolutely knew.
I never noticed that, mostly because I was just too gobsmacked with what was happening to realize, oh hey, the headgear's not all there.
I noticed because I was wearing the full-on like the ninja headgear for Heaven's Ward, so I had my face covered most of the time. Or was I wearing Dragoon? I don't know. I was either wearing my Dragoon gear or ninja gear. I can't remember if I'd gotten ninja gear or not. But I was definitely wearing full headgear at the time, and my head was covered, and it's like, holy shit, suddenly I've not got a helmet for this cutscene. It's like, oh damn, I can see my Warrior of Light's, like horrified expression that Oshafon's been hit.
Yeah.
We've got a full-on Triage at Dawn moment here, like...
They played us so well with that one.
That was full-on, like, Triage at Dawn.
Yeah, and also out of cutscene.
Well, yeah, you know what Triage at Dawn is, don't you? From Half-Life 2?
It's been a long time since I've last played Half-Life 2.
And then I'll say the specific line from that scene. Winston's been hit. Remember when you finally get out of Ravenholm and you hear Winston's been hit, then Triage at Dawn plays? Triage at Dawn actually is more representing the fact that Gordon has finally escaped Ravenholm. And it's like... the struggle people out just on the coast are like having to survive, not specifically Winston. And it's like, one of the things that doesn't click for a lot of people is the fact it's like, you are finally discovering the struggle of people on the coast, and you are finally escaped that hellhole of a nightmare that is Ravenholm. But you're still not out of the play yet.
right. I certainly didn't catch that first time around.
Not a lot of people do, honestly. A lot of people think that when it plays specifically when the line "Winston's been hit" is said after you defeat the Combine soldiers. So you met that specific enemy type for the first time. And a lot of people don't pick onto the fact that, oh, it's not the fact that Winston's been hit, it's the fact that you finally found a bunch of rebels, you've escaped Ravenholm. You know, you're at least out of that hellish mining town that is a zombie combat hell, and trust me, I am not going back there and doing the friggin' gravity gun challenge ever again.
Oh.
I've already done 0 gravity in that, I've already done the gravity gun challenge where you can only use the gravity gun throughout Ravenholm.
I don't think I've ever managed to successfully complete that one.
Okay, so the way you do it is... Okay, so when you get the gravity gun, when Dog opens the door to Ravenholm, like when Dog opens the door to Ravenholm at Black Mesa East, after Alex says, "Dog, open the Ravenholm tunnel," blah blah blah, you know, you have to go down there. Keep the gravity gun out the entire time. Do not switch to any other weapons ever throughout your entire time in Ravenholm. Once you finally hit the light at the end of the tunnel at the mining, the literal light at the end of the tunnel in the mines, when you're about to finally climb out the mines, once you finally make it past the minecart of death that's like got the saw blade on it, because remember, you got to make liberal use of the traps and everything that's lying around to kill zombies. Once you finally make it out, then you can finally switch away from the gravity gun. The hardest part of that challenge is actually the barnacle at the end in the mines, because if it grabs you, you're fucked if you don't have any way of killing it. If you do not have any way of killing the barnacle, if it grabs you, you're fucked. Because you can't kill it. Unless you finally somehow shoot the explosive barrel up at it, and the thing doesn't explode mid-flight or come back down on you because, you know, gravity physics. You will die. You cannot kill the barnacle with a gravity gun. Not possible. You can kill head crabs with a gravity gun with enough punts, or you can even kill antlions if you hit them and if you punt them enough times with it, but you know, it's not going to kill them outright like the crowbar will. And hell, even the crowbar will kill the barnacle in one hit. But
the
you've got to make sure to be very careful.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But when when the achievement procced, when I finally did that, because I was going over 100% playthrough of Half-Life 2, I was like, I'm never fucking doing this again, like ever. I am never doing this challenge ever again. I was like, yeah, this will be a fun challenge. No, it wasn't. It was not. It was not. It was truly hellish, and I never want to do this again. Never again. I am a badass, and I've completed Half-Life 2 100%. I have every single achievement in Half-Life 2. I know almost all the Lambda locations off by heart, and I've done like, I want to say like, including the modded versions of Half-Life 2, like S-Mod and Substance, I've got maybe like 50 playthroughs. But maybe like 40 of them completed, but like 50 playthroughs. If we count just like a regular Half-Life 2, I've probably got maybe 50 playthroughs, 30 of them maybe complete. And I usually play on hard these days, so yeah, I am quite the Half-Life 2 badass, but even I don't like that challenge. Also, Nay!
Yes? Oh dear.
Help! Never mind. Where have you rode off to, Nerui?
Tailing an NPC. And she spotted me.
Ah, you're doing for one of those quests, huh?
Yeah.
I hate the mandatory sneaking quests. Because they're horrible. Actually, did you know there's actually a, one of the Ether Current missions is to do this?
Goody!
And it's really annoying! I hope you got a lot of patience. I'll tell you which one it is when you actually get to it, but you're gonna have to be a decent way in. And it's not gonna be easy. Like, trust me, you want to do it off stream because it's like it'll take you maybe like an hour.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to do the at the very least the Aether Current side quests when I'm able to find them off stream, just to, you know.
Yeah, this one is at Tertium. The next Tertium is like this kind of subway station that the Garleans have. It's the next it's the next Aetherite. It's the next Aetherite location, but it's actually a Garlean outpost. You'll understand when you get to it. I can't tell you anymore without spoiling, but it's currently a Garlean outpost, and the I think the Aetherite is technically currently disabled because they're using it for power.
Oh, so basically, if I were to run there right now to try to attune it, I wouldn't be able to do jack.
You would not. In fact, they would probably kill you. It's currently controlled by the enemy.
Well,
I think it might be instanced, but I think it's currently an enemy outpost, so you don't want to do it right now. It'll become allied soon enough, but you'll see. I cannot say any more, but currently, if you tried to go there, they would murder you on the spot. Very much so. And besides, again, they're using it for heat and power because they're using like the ether itself.
That's fair, given... No, I kind of wonder how cold it is here in Garlemald.
Deathly cold.
Okay, let's try this sneaking tailing thing again.
Well, nay, if you're going sneaky peeky, can't go wrong with Ninja.
I think last time I tried to do one of those sneaking quests on Ninja, hidden didn't really help me.
It doesn't, but I'm doing a bit, so.
That's fair.
It genuinely does not actually have any effect. Its physical location is basically scripted that if you're not standing behind cover, even if you are in hidden status, it's not going to have an effect at all. Like, it physically will not have an effect if you're not behind cover, because like it's one of those scripted fail events.
Fair.
Ninja would just make it way too easy to cheese it if you weren't. Unfortunately, there is the one I'm talking about. I will inform you that the really annoying one I'm talking about is you've got to tail a kid, and he's really, really annoying to tail because he not only moves at a really stupid pace, but he's got some really annoying turnaround points. If you get too close, he'll spot you. If you're not behind cover when he turns around, he'll spot you. There's some very specific, and he's got like a really weird pattern when he gets past this like midway point.
Gives me flashbacks of playing Assassin's Creed.
Worse. But yes,
even worse than. Oh no. Ugh.
Not quite Assassin's Creed, more... how to put this? More Elder Scrolls Oblivion.
Now that's a game I've not played to completion in a long time.
When I say Elder Scrolls Oblivion, I should say something else. Like, this one's a really jank one with a jank follow mechanics. Because the follow quest mechanics in this are jank as fuck. Like, Assassin's Creed, at least you can blend into the crowd. Oh, I've got one. Yakuza. Less Assassin's Creed, more Yakuza 0. But, well, more Yakuza 3 if we're going for jank, because Yakuza 3 is a bit more janky, but that's just due to the fact of due to its age more than anything else.
That's fair.
I wouldn't say Yakuza's bad with the follow mechanics though, because it actually has the ability, you physically have the ability to blend in with Yakuza. It's not actually bad. Because most of the time when you're following people, they don't turn around, so no, I'd say yeah, Assassin's Creed is closer. I can't actually think of a Oh, no, I've got one. I've got one. Less Assassin's Creed, more Spyro. Or Sly Cooper. If we're going down the going down the mascot character route. Well, if we're going down the mascot 3D kind of like 3D platformer route, more Sly Cooper than Assassin's Creed. Or, you know, Spyro 2 specifically. Definitely more Spyro 2 than Spyro 2 than Assassin's Creed.
Whew. Finally finished it.
Or Spyro Year of the Dragon, for that matter.
Yeah. I'll be perfectly frank. I never got to play Spyro or Sly Cooper. Of those kinds of games that I ended up playing was Jak and Daxter. More specifically, Jak 2 and Jak 3.
You disappoint me now. Also, have you ever actually... Do you actually have, Spyro? Specifically the Reignited trilogy.
I don't think so. Think so. No. You're gonna pull a Carl, aren't you?
What's it called?
He seems to have a tendency to just surprisingly drop things on me, like little gift games and the like. Like we're just talking about something, and all of a sudden I get an email saying that, oh hey, Steam's letting you know you just got a gift.
I don't know, that doesn't sound like pulling a call, that sounds like more like pulling a Stormborn.
Oh.
Because I do it to Shads all the time, unless you forget.
That is fair. So, it's still a case of, oh dear god, there's 2 of them now.
Speaking of, have you actually checked Steam lately?
I feel like I should be afraid. Oh,
I have no idea what you mean now.
Yep.
What's the matter now?
Gosh dang it, Stormy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stormy.
Is there a problem?
You know perfectly well what you did. Another game to add to the list to potentially stream at some point.
What is matter? Is there a problem, Comrade Needlery?
in case you haven't picked up by Insect, she just dropped a gift Steam copy of the Spiral Reignited trilogy on me.
Certainly, my friend. Certainly. I actually picked that one up, actually.
Yeah. 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 I suppose at one of these points, there's another one that I know they made a kind of a remastered version of, but given how it has a bit of a reputation for being a very difficult game, I'm a little afraid to even contemplate at any point trying to pick up on my own the Crash Bandicoot stuff.
You've never played Crash Bandicoot?
Nope. I didn't have a PlayStation until the PS2.
So you're telling me you don't even have the Insane Trilogy?
I do not.
Okay. Okay.
You're not gonna do it again, are you?
I have no idea what you mean. No excuses!
Seriously? Twice in one stream?
Have I broken you yet? I don't know, you're getting the authentic inverted shadow experience right here, Nay.
And now I suppose I need to add Crash Bandicoot to the list of things to stream, and potentially torture myself with. Because I've seen bits of a few playthroughs of the Crash Reignited, the Insane Trilogy, and yeah, I'm not really good at platformers, so if I were to stream that, especially once getting to certain levels, I'm likely going to end up torturing myself playing that to everyone's enjoyment, I'd imagine. this Enya, if I'm pronouncing her name right, was apparently unaffected by whatever basically mass-tempered everyone. So, could be that she has the echo, even though she may not realize it.
Whom?
The girl in the green dress that I was tailing earlier.
Wait, which girl in the green dress? Where are you tailing her from?
The name she gave was Licinia.
How do you spell it?
Licinia.
Licinia.
I mean, her having the echo is the only thing I can think of that would cause her to resist being tempered when apparently everyone else around her was suddenly tempered and just completely, as she put it, eyes vacant, staring at the sky.
Oh, Licinia. Oh, Licinia. Right.
I do not like the sound of that reaction.
You'll find out soon enough. But, as well you should. I can't say.
Oh dear. That definitely does not bode well.
Have you, arrived at, the homestead yet?
Yep, she's making the introductions as we speak.
Right. I forgot that was part of the quest line. Steel yourself, Naya. It's gonna hit pretty hard.
Oh no.
This is where, this is where Endwalker starts hitting you in the fields. And not in a good way.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is where, you'll see. I'm afraid I can't say no more, but, yeah.
Okay, quest complete. New quest, How the Mighty Are Fallen. I'm now nervous. Very nervous. There's something odd about this music that's kind of off-putting. Sounds
on the radios?
Yeah. So it's legit on radios, not native area music. That's probably what was putting it off.
Mm-hmm. It's actually story related. That will be explained momentarily. Well, yeah, it's the next quest.
Oh.
You'll see. I will say no more. I can say no more. Fuck, I thought I ordered no engines for this thing.
Oh, they messed up the order.
They got most of them. Bastards! They left some in. By accident. Fuck, I can taste it. Well, they did pick most of them out, so I'll give them that at least. So, what quest you currently on?
Dang, I mentioned the name earlier. It's the one that's after the footprints in the snow.
I'm in tracks. You're going to show them how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So yeah, how the mighty have fallen.
How the mighty are fallen. Yeah.
Are fallen, yeah. Yep, definitely how the mighty are fallen. Frail voice. Oh, especially given the earlier mornings, this may not bode well. Okay, so wants to go and speak with a burly tapper to bargain for cerulean.
Yep.
All right. Time to mount up and head on out. Do let me know if you feel like it's high time for us to hit another roulette. It would certainly help with this sense of tension that's now in the air. I was here, was legitimately here to negotiate, but you're the ones who assume the worst. So this beating is your fault, not mine. So can't go home because all the skills you gained since you were brought here are pretty much useless outside of here.
Say what now?
These tappers. basically, they're all they're just saying that they're all from they're not native Garleans. They're all people who are either dragged over or were lured over with the promise of a better life and just made a little better than slaves. But now the Garlemald's fallen, can't exactly go back home because they don't have any skills that that can be used outside of Garlemald.
Unfortunate.
Okay. New quest at the end of the trail.
What did you just say?
At the end of the trail.
That's what I was afraid you'd said.
Oh. This is the one.
This is the one you find out.
I am.
You're right to have a bad feeling about this one. This is one where I'm not going to joke around.
That explains what that frail voice that we heard was. Licinia's sister.
A younger sister. And you are aware that Licinia herself is only 18. I wouldn't recommend using your mount for this.
And the fact that it's now dead quiet is really unnerving. Like, no, no. What? Alpanod, what happened here?
You'll see.
fool.
Recommend not using your map.
Right.
Trust me.
Oh, this is a really big area to search.
There's only one thing you can find. Try it near the pipe. There you go. You found it. Never mind. There's a slight delay on my end. But
I'll quickly set up something so there's no delay. There, that should do it.
yeah, you're going in the correct direction. There's wrong way. Try near the end of the pipeline. Yeah. There you go. Going east and you're almost hit it. I'll at least give you some guidance here. You're close. Getting colder. I believe so. Closer to the actual stairs in the pipeline. Like they start the pipe. There you go, there you go. Right there, right there, right there. Maybe it's more south. Yeah, a little more south. Directly south. There it is.
Oh no.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No.
Might be best to turn on autoplay for this cutscene.
Why? Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
With that morning.
Yeah.
I think that might be enough main story for one stream. Why don't we try hitting up a roulette or two, because that one hit hard.
Sure thing. Luckily, not all of Endwalker is that solemn, but it does have its moments. Nowhere near as dark as that, though. But that is,
yeah. I mean, it's in a way, it's just. We all genuinely came here with humanitarian efforts in mind. The whole point of this contingent is to defeat the Talafaroi and save not just the world as a whole, but just to save the world as a whole. That includes the ordinary citizens of Garlemald. Though, at the same point, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, especially given what propaganda that has probably been spread around to the common folk about what those of us from Eorzea and other countries are like. Still,
they did come as invaders, which is the problem.
Yeah.
In their eyes, we are merely outside invaders. Attacking them while they're at their weakest.
whole war and conquest thing that they've been doing, it just makes nothing but victims.
As the old saying goes, war is hell.
Yeah. Yeah, that... Hopefully, by the time everything is all said and done, this whole war will finally be put into an end, so the world as a whole can hopefully begin to heal. Wouldn't be the first long-standing war we've brought an end to.
No, I suspect will be the last.
Yeah. I mean, we are warriors of light. We can't seem to help ourselves with either trying to help with those things or having being drawn to or getting pulled into these kinds of things.
Don't feel right picking MSQ and roulette right now. Not after that.
Yeah. Alliance roulette, perhaps?
Trials. He thinks we need something to get it out of the system at least.
Yeah.
Ah, hell, it's time. Let's give this big stone bastard a kicking!
Bad memories of getting blasted with way too many of those damn landslides. glad I got the other healer back up before I got stunned.
Damn! He knocked me down. I'm gonna need a res.
On it.
Oh, the trailer got me. Right. Anyone got any quick heal? I'm gonna need some of it. That ain't good. I can't. Gonna get him. What's up? Oh crap.
Crap.
Oh, we just lost Mr. Burns to the Simpsons. Now that's when I use a limit break. Would have been better to get limit break 2 up on him though, but whatever.
Okay, that did work some of that out of the system.
Indeed.
Yeah, shall we try another?
Certainly. Honestly, I'm mostly going through roulettes myself right now, because I have like a few that required. Unfortunately for me, most of the required role in need is healer. Except Alliance Rage, which is DPS for some reason.
Yeah, Alliance does
Still
seem to be one of
damage.
the few Alliance does seem to be one of the few ones that does end up getting DPS on occasion.
Yeah, it is one of the easier ones to get DPS on. I need to unlock a few more Alliance Raids, actually. Yeah, that's it, leveling again.
What Alliance raids do you have to unlock?
All of them.
Oh, so Crystal Tower, the Void
All
Arc.
of them except the first one. So the first one is mandatory for you to progress from ARR all the way to Heaven's Ward.
So
Remember?
So basically the remainder of the Crystal Tower, all of the Void Arc, all of Evilise, and all of Nier Automata.
Pretty much, yeah. The only ones I don't actually have, like, pretty much. I mean, it's like only. Oh Jesus! Basically, the only raids I do are regular raids. I don't usually do like Alliance. So I've only got. Oh no, sorry. Hold on. Alliance raids from ARR that I have are Labyrinth of the Ancients, Circus Tower, and World of Darkness. Those are the only ones I really have.
So you've got all the Realm Reborn ones. So that means we need to get when you're feeling upward, we need for Heavensward to get you the Void Arc, the Weeping City of Mahak, if I'm even pronouncing that right, and Dun Scaith.
Let me see. Actually, let me check again plus because I don't actually.
Stormblood, we got the Royal City of Rabanastre, the Ridorana Lighthouse, and the Orban Monastery. Then for Shadowbringers, we've got the Copied Factory, the Puppets Bunker, and the Tower at Paradigm's Breach.
How do I find the Side story, right? Here we go, Alliance raids. Yeah, the only Alliance raids I've actually have, story-wise, is Crystal Tower. For Trials, I've completed the 4 Lords, and for raids, the only one I've done is Pandemonium. And Pandemonium is the raid quest line for Endwalker, so you won't have that one locked yet, because that one is like... And besides, it's full of spoilers.
So
It's full of massive spoilers for the rest of Endwalker if you've not done Endwalker yet.
Yeah. So sounds like still need the Coil Bahamut, Alexander, Sigmascape, and Eden's Verse.
Where do I even find the actual quest lines for like Error anyway?
If I remember,
the only ones I've actually got is like Labyrinth the Ancients is the only quest line I did. I've not actually done the rest of the story.
If I remember correctly, there is a quest that you pick up, I think from your Grand Company. It's been a while since I've done it, so I'd have to double check. But it eventually takes you over to Wineport, where you can meet up with Alice, who is, well, or at least a representative who's working with Alice, will take you into the Coil of Bahamut.
Joy. Okay.
Yeah, plus over in Revenant's Toll, once you complete the second Coil of Bahamut, it's the first time there was a Savage version where you can unlock a Savage version of everything with the second Coil of Bahamut. Heavens of Wars when we start getting the stuff we're used to for the full-on raids for Alexander, then dealing with Sigma in Heaven's Ward, and Eden in Shadowbringers for those who are fond of Final Fantasy VIII.
Great. Just great.
If you ever want to try and unlock any of those and want a hand with it, I'd be more than happy to join you.
Yeah, we'll do it off stream though.
That's fair. That's fair.
Screw it, let's go for high level.
Roger.
As well. Let's go to high level dungeons. I mean, one of the things I like most about leveling Q, especially for Roll in Need, is not only does it like start scaling to your level, the higher the level you are, the more gil you get. So I've got 1.6 million right now. I started out like with about 800,000 when I started leveling Dark Knight, and I've just mainly been using like leveling Q because leveling Q is the fastest. Not only does it give you the most XP, like out of all the Qs, it gets you most gil as well. Just for Roll and Need, it gets you the most out of any of the Qs, and it, like for oh shit, so let me go. Like, out of all the Qs, it's the leveling Q that gives you the most XP and gil. So I do like it a lot. It can get, like, kind of tedious, but especially when it's low level dungeons. But if you're running low on gil, it's a great way to get, like, grinding out a few of these. It's grindy, but it is a great way to get some extra gil in the bank. again! Excellent! I've access to Bloodsport and Quietus, I almost forgot. It's been a while since I've been this high level.
Ain't that a mood?
The irony that I'm still wearing my clothes for, like, Garlemald, but for freaking freezing. I would be boiling to death. I would be boiling in this character if I wore this in actual Amigo.
Yeah, about
I
as much
believe
of
a monk is AFK.
Oh yeah, they did. Well, these guys aren't gonna wait.
Well, we killed them and get it over with them. We hold here. Never mind. Our monk has arrived. Bastards! I'm gonna have to step out of the way of these things.
Finally enough high enough gauge where I've got my flower gauge, but I do not yet have my blood lily. After all, as the saying goes, blood for the blood lily.
Yeah, some skull throw. You do realize where blood for the blood lily comes from, don't you?
Somewhat, yeah.
Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne! Or if I'm doing it correctly, give me a moment.
Blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne! Or more accurately,
I actually have been starting to try to get into that lore a bit more. Of course, at this point, my point of entry has been starting my way through the Caiaphas Cain books.
blood for the blood god! Skulls for the skull throne!
There we go, it was an authentic blood. Or authentic place. follow like the books when it comes to 40k. Most of my knowledge from the lore is like usually either watching lore videos or actually experiencing it firsthand by playing the games. Generally, I don't actually play the tabletop.
Now, if you're ever interested in trying an audiobook, I definitely recommend Caiaphas Cain.
What, old One Eye himself?
Most of the depictions of Cain I've seen, he seems to have two eyes.
Is he the commissar with the augmatic arm and the augmatic eye?
No. Commissar Cain is pretty much the poster boy for imposter syndrome.
Oh, him. Which was old One Eye? I forget. Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Commissar Yarrick. Then the orc's called Red Eye, or whatever his name is. Old Baelai! Sorry, I had to look that up. That was why I was a little distracted for a sec there.
Ah.
They call him Old Baelai. Old One Eye is the name of the turret at Carnifex. It's only got one eye. Basically, you don't have any injury. The orc's name for the bastard is Old Baelai.
Gotta love Holy.
Yep. Endwalker is really recontextualizing the whole conflict with the Guardians, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hold on to your hat, eh? And audience, for that matter. It's gonna get very interesting.
Yeah. I mean, we've just seen, got done seeing the results of native Garleans basically seeing us the same way we've seen the Garleans.
Yep. Which itself recontextualizes the thing rather a lot. What the devil is that thing? Oh, it's the Guardian Sanders.
Yeah, and the kind of experiments some of them tend to run, I'd say that's a warranted reaction.
Oh. Alright then, Dr. Death, eat this.
I shall have to share these findings. Initiate soul extraction. Success. The soul rebels. My word, this data.
Yank this fucker! I'm not having my soul yanked out by no fucker! That's my job. Yanking my soul out? No friggin' way, pal. Unfortunate that he died. Fortunate that his research doesn't die with him. Or didn't die with him, what is it?
Yeah, there's one thing about the Arlian scientists. They are really keen on keeping their research alive, even after they fight the big one.
Like cockroaches, they are.
I mean, there's a reason why, even though we had long defeated Ultima weapon, we ended up having to deal with the likes of Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and Diamond weapon.
Ruby and Sapphire, eh? Mm-hmm. Did they combine to become a Garnet weapon?
Nah, they were each individual fights.
No, you just completely missed my reference.
I've not watched.
I mean, was there an amethyst and a pearl as well?
Oh, I get it now. I've actually not watched Steven Universe.
I had to make the joke, regardless. Come on, but you made it way too easy for me. The fact you said literally Ruby and a Sapphire back to back. Come on, way too easy. Oh, I should have sounded supposed to after that. This thing really
wants to do that AOE.
Yeah, it does. I should probably hit it with, probably should have been hitting it with a jack, but I always forget about hitting a jack. Mostly because it doesn't work on most bosses. The most important fight the time most of the time is bosses. Ah, and then the jack does like a 30-second recast. Come on. 30-second recast? Really? That short? Pretty quick, actually. A little help, guys!
They are
A
focusing
little
on the barrier.
assistance! Thank you! Dipshits. Gee, thanks guys! A little bit of assistance would be nice when I'm getting attacked. You're supposed to be the ones dealing the damage. I can take it, but you guys are supposed to dish it out. A little more give and take in this relationship would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, I can only do so much damage as a healer.
Yeah, exactly. And how can I do so much damage as a tank? My job is to take damage, not to deal it.
Yeah.
That is the job of the DPS, or damage dealers.
Yeah. I mean, tanks and healers, we can probably put in about maybe 40% at most of the damage, but the bulk, the 60%, that's all on the damage dealers.
Whatever you say, whatever you say, Farkas Bulkmeyer. Or should that be Eugene Skolach?
I was just about to mention that name.
Yeah, Bulk and Skull.
Yep.
Your own fault, knife, for trying to get me a Sentai. The fact we're fighting Xenos again, honestly. Bastard!
Back up.
Good point. Oh no.
Let this moment last forever.
What the hell is he doing? Why is it... Ah. That makes sense.
me your lord.
He's still kicking, if you recall.
Yes!
Oh crap!
Yes!
We need to take these
Just
swords out,
so.
now!
Air's gonna push us.
We must not let that transfer complete.
Have you the strength? The power to transcend.
Feel free to let loose a limit break.
I'm disappointed in him.
Well, we're at 247, almost 248, and gotten some pretty big story. Perhaps this might be a good point to call this the stream, because yeah, after that big story drop, feels like that is a emotional stopping point. If we still want to go, though, we can potentially do some more roulettes and whatnot off stream.
Certainly.
But yeah, at least those last two definitely helped to process just what happened with that last quest. So. Thanks again, Stormy, for coming. It's always a pleasure. Even though you went out of your way to try and break me tonight. And then the story decided to didn't try its hand at breaking me. Both were successful. And thanks to everyone who came by to watch the stream. I hope you all had a good time. And well, after what happened in tonight's stream, I am a little bit more concerned as to what Endwalker is going to throw at me next time. But until then, you all take care now. Bye-bye.